Hello, from the people and the government of Costa Rica, we send to all of you our best regards. Well, there's only one way, and now after again a coronavirus, to recover our economies, and that recovery need a green and inclusive approach. When Costa Rica launched 2 years ago the National Decarbonization Plan, we have very clear idea that for achieve this goal, we need not only to move in infrastructure, also in our mindset, because the only expressway to get human and social development is through green economy process. Now, with the coronavirus and the hit all economies suffer, including Korea, I think all of us, we are agree that this is the only way. Recently, President Moon Jae-in announced also the commitment of Korea to be a carbon neutral economy by 2050. So Costa Rica announced the commitment for 2030. So here we have a very two common goals. At the same time, we also announced 3 weeks ago our 3D plan. 3D plan means let's say it's kind of complement of our national decarbonization plan. This is the 3 ways we see to be more smart, pragmatic, and looking for the well-being of the people. 3D means decarbonization, digitalization, and decentralization. Those 3D is fundamental because in the local governments, in the regions, are focused right now the possibility of the people to take control of the environment and generate all the economical and social conditions that permit specific regions the development they needed. That is quite similar with the Korean New Deal. When you check the Korean New Deal, they have 3 pillars: digital deal, green deal, and local deal. So both Costa Rica and Korea share the same approach how to face the challenges. Challenges that are going to take place in very 2 symbolic important moments. Number 1, this year Costa Rica celebrates 200 years of independence life. This is a very important milestone for us. But at the same time, next year we are going to celebrate 60 years of diplomatic relations. As you well know, 60 used to be, maybe not really in this timing, but 60 is a very important number in Korea. But so we have here two momentos to create a bridge of not only celebrating the last 200 years or the last 60 years. It's more important for us to see for the next 200 years and for the next 100 years. And taking in account these 3 Ds from our approach, plus the New Deal of Korea, is the bridge that can connect in a pragmatic way Korea with Latin America. And in Latin America, in the Central American region, and in the Caribbean region, Costa Rica reaffirms the commitment to be the best friend and the strategic partner of Korea in the region. Mostly because Korea also celebrates this year 25 years of membership in the OECD. And Costa Rica is going to start this year, his first year to be full membership. So you can imagine that we have here coincidences, yes, but most important, opportunities to share together and how to see the future together. You can have an answer from the psychological point of view and the sociological point of view. Let's try the sociological point of view. I think Korean people understand that there is a horizon in the Latin American region more than the Pacific. And when Korean people understood that, also decide to create a strategy. That strategy started not only based in trade, commerce, and investment, also in people-to-people exchange. So we can see in the last 15 years a lot of students from Latin America coming to Korea, not only to learn the best practices in the academic field, but also to understand the culture of Korea. And the second step in that strategy is related with the Korean wave, Hallyu, and very well making a strategy regarding with TV dramas, music, let's say BTS. I mean, and I think our friend here is more expert than me, but you can see a big difference between the period of, he's very young, but not me, but the period of Rain, P, right? Yes. And BTS. If you take these two chronological moments, and all the industry created around the success of P, be a singer, after an actor, even in American TV, American movie, just for a few seconds he appeared. And you can see BTS that 2 years ago appeared at the UN General Assembly giving a speech. You can understand how Korean people understand that culture is not only expressway, is not only a wave, is a permanent win-win situation. Because not only connect Korean people with Latin American people, but also invite Latin American people to see a horizon more than the Atlantic view. Latin America used to have only view to the Atlantic area. Korea opened the possibility to see through the Pacific area. So this is two momentums, both regions share, and this is very dynamic, very dynamic, and it's going to increase. Now there are a lot of Korean students studying in Latin America. A lot of students speak Korean students speak Spanish. It's very common. Now, if you take a KTX bus, even a plane, and you talk in Spanish with a lot of Koreans, at least one or two people talk to you in Spanish. So I think this is a very dynamic process, and we are lucky that we are actors of this process and not observers.